Okay, this is like round two because I didn't. Once again, what happened? I had the audio unplugged, and then in the middle of my whole thing, the camera died from the battery because it just like doesn't tell me when it just says battery low and then it stops. So I don't even know how much time I have left on this, but great. So I lost all my momentum again with recording. I sat down. It was a long day, and then boom. Um, anyway, so what's the story? Yeah, today was one of those days where I could sum up that it was the difference between motivation and discipline. Like I mentioned on this channel before, and I saw an interesting GIF or JPEG or something about it a while ago. That motivation is like this, like up and down, and then discipline is just hitting it. And today was like reps. Today I had to. I went out. I went dressed well again, and it was that I needed to go talk and introduce myself to 10 galleries, see what their story is, and see if I can get a solo show in one of these places. It sounds much more romantic than I make it sound. I'm not that much of a salesman, never was. So, but at least introducing myself to a degree and just getting some information, some business cards. But going in cold, as I've been doing. Um, but I went to one place in the morning, like somewhere like around noon, a little after the morning, and then after that I felt completely like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it today. Couldn't do it. And I was getting on my own case about it because I'm like, I got to do it. I got to do it. I couldn't do it. Like I just ran out of steam. And I wasn't even tired. I slept well. I was okay. I had enough energy. Still have a little bit of energy now to go back out. And I was like, what's the problem? And just like, maybe it was the weather. Today the weather turned a lot for me. Yesterday was a beautiful day. Weather turned. You felt the mood of the city shift, even though it's like a Friday. You had the Friday mood, but the mood um, with the weather just kind of went like this: barometric pressure, humidity. You know the whole story. Um, and I felt bad. Actually, I didn't feel bad. I just felt like ugh, you know, and kind of just wanted to just stop. Didn't want to do it at all. But I know but I'm busy next week. I know I had to do it today. Do something today. One wasn't enough. So I had nine more to go. So I did like a counterintuitive thing, which is like that I came back to my studio here and I put on my really shitty jacket and my really ugly messed up New Balance sneakers. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go out looking like a scrub. And I was laughing to myself because it's like, and I had some McDonald's, and then I had a Diet Coke, and I took a bunch of Advil. It's just like everything counterintuitive to like everything because my leg was hurting and all this stuff. I was walking too much, and I'm like, no, let me just do this. Let me do this ass backwards so I can make it feel better. And then I was thinking that like that's the hallmark of like I guess someone who maybe be a real salesman. Not that I know anything about it because man, that's not my forte. Is that let me go out and look like a scrub and see if I can use my voice and my eyes and whatever half-ass smile I got to kind of just at least make it somewhat at ease with people. And that's really what was the point. Like that's like forget about what I look like. Let's just go in with my demeanor and my conversation, whatever meaning, meager skills that I have. And that's really what it is. It's like you want to know what if you want to be a real salesman in this life. And I don't, like I said, I don't know. Go dress like a derelict. Go dress like a homeless person. And see if you can go pick up a hot chick at a bar, completely dressed like a scumbag. But use your eyes and your voice and your demeanor to kind of like sell whatever who you are and what your point is. So and the whole point and it was of wearing the nice jacket and everything else is just so to make it like, oh, like somebody comes in, it looks like he has a couple of bucks and he doesn't look like he's just this homeless freaking artist. Like there's no shortage of artists in the city. Do we need another another mope like this? But lo and behold, that's what I did. I'm not saying the results were better or worse. It was just like I was just more comfortable, and if I felt more comfortable looking like a scrub, then maybe maybe the sell or whatever idea would be simpler. Um, And like I said in the video that got messed up on this one, like I wish I had one of those Ray-Ban glasses with the camera, and look at the demeanor of the people's faces when I ask the question of like whether or not I could submit a proposal, show one thing, and it's the same thing like it was like last time. From the look of pretty much not utter disgust, but definitely like no thanks. We got enough artists. We're booked for the next 2 years. To like, oh yeah, send it along, blah blah blah, like so. It's still the same range, and it's literally like, I'm on White Street, I'm on Franklin Street, I'm on Broadway. If you know this area downtown, there's a lot of galleries here, and it's just literally they're next door to each other, one after the other after the other. And like you're literally just pivoting just between just addresses. 327 is next to 329, and like and so on and so forth. And across the street is 330. It's like you throw a rock, you hit 10 galleries. So it's not like hoofing around the city like, oh, I got to go to this part of town and that part of town. Somebody's going to say yes, somebody's going to say no. And this is just part of my like overall plan of just like, and it's the same way I do with gambling. I just throw everything, all the chips down, and something's going to win. I mean, it doesn't really amount to much because it's not true gambling because I'm focused on too many things. But maybe it's a bad analogy. But yeah, I gotta like, it's just not happening. And as I mentioned before, this is me coming down to it's really accepting this situation of like, I was even talking to my buddy. I have bad luck. I have had bad luck my whole life. My whole life has been bad luck, just bad luck. And I've learned to accept it. Just like cancer, just like leukemia, just like a brain disease, like worms in your head, or like I'm like an amputee, like a luck amputee. Like that part of my body just never developed, or like I was born like a flipper baby for like luck. And there's nothing more I can do about it. That's it. Just like, and the funny thing is about the whole thing with luck, I feel like luck is like a season, and seasons change. So I thought that maybe if I stuck it out a season, winter would turn into spring, spring would turn into summer, something natural would happen. It's the same way with like alignment of the stars or the planets or an eclipse. It's like there is a scientific principle behind it. It's mathematical. It's just the way it is with celestial bodies. It's nothing really magical going on. We thought it was magic centuries ago. Now we know it's not. But like the same thing with the rarity of those events, that maybe there would be a rarity on luck. Like, okay, so, I'd wake up one day and have that lucky day, lucky something, to break this black cloud that's been hanging over me. And guess what? I don't know the calendar for that. There is no date that I can predict. It's not like an alignment where you can measure everything off a computer. I cannot measure this. I cannot give you my last good day and the last other good days, and then we can forecast luck. Can't forecast it. Either you have it or you don't. And it's really just leaving it truly to chance. Just like gambling in the most basic sort of way. Nothing, and this is, and also in the sense of there's nothing stacked up in my favor. I don't have an inside play. Bottom line is just that it comes down, and this late in the game, and learning this decades after I should have learned this, that will has to overtake luck. And it's just now I have to increase the will to just move further and further away from luck, to the point that luck is just inconsequential. That I have to just be like really, really, really past it. I have to stop thinking about it. I have to stop thinking about the word. I have to stop thinking about the numbers. I have to stop thinking about all of it, because it's like a disease in my head, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate that it got put in there, that my dad put it in there, and I can never get it out of my head. So one thing has to overtake the other, and then just be in this situation where that make it so that it doesn't matter, and not to even bring it up anymore. Because what are you going to do? I can't keep. It's a kind of suffering, to wake up feeling like you're limbless, or you wake up and like you stub your toe, like it's enough of it. Um, if if um, if no one is, if the universe is not going to give it to me, then I have to take it. Or be such a nuisance to this universe to be like, okay, just go away, just here. Just when you keep like coming back to a candy store, and finally the clerk, gives you like, all right, just take the fucking candy bar, kid, and get the hell out of my store. Just give me the Snickers bar. Give me the big one. You know, It's like, I'm going to keep coming back, and I got no money on me, but I want the biggest lollipop in the store. It's just stupid stuff. But anyway, I guess this video is supposed to make up for the last video, and I hope this video came out good for you to enjoy. Wow, that sun just came out. All right. Oh, bright.